everybody staying then? Is everybody coming in an RV or something, or are they camping outside?
Woodstock. Think of Woodstock. We don't know. What we're going to do, David, is we're going to go and we're going to drop acid. We're going to do ecstasy. We're going to take pills. We're just going to party. It doesn't matter. We're going to be here for like 3 or 4 days. We're just going to, do whatever happens. We're going to sleep on the ground. Whatever. We got an RV. We'll sleep in that. I mean, a tent. I got a tent. We'll sleep in that. Nobody cares.
I like the word debauchery. That's a good description.
Well, I mean, everybody has a mental image of what Woodstock was like, right?
Yes.
So it would be similar to that.
Hey, but Woodstock had some really quality performers. Anybody who was anybody in the folk rock movement showed up at Woodstock. I think Joni Mitchell was there, Bob Dylan, I don't know, Eric Clapton. I mean, I don't even know if maybe Jimi Hendrix was there. I mean, it was everybody, real high quality people showed up.
Well, I mean, don't confuse Coachella with Burning Man, because in that same area, well, it's not the same, but out in the middle of nowhere they have Coachella, which is a music festival. Burning Man, I don't know, maybe they have, I'm not an expert, but maybe they have bands playing and whatnot, but it's really something different. It's just about everybody getting together and partying out there.
Well, I don't know what the weather's like now, but obviously the weather must be rainy. We know that. And I don't know how cold. I think it's northeast of Fallon. I've been to Fallon. So I don't know that area. I don't know what the elevation is. I wonder if it's cold at night, for example.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I did see the videos of people driving in there and immediately getting stuck in the mud.
You don't think four-wheel drive would get you out of that?
No. It's a desert mud. I don't think they make anything that would go through there short of a purpose-built, mud bog truck or something. You drive out into that, and immediately you're just laying on the frame.
The Subaru and X-Mode won't do it?
No. There's nothing that could do it because it's sand and mud, and there isn't any firm ground. You drive out there, that's it. It goes right down to the frame of the car, and that's it. You're done.
Maybe a U.S. Army tank, huh?
Yeah. I mean, even a tank has trouble in mud like that. But yeah, I would think, like an Abrams. I guess if they said, hey, you got to pick a vehicle to get across there, I would say, well, an M1 A1 Abrams. That may be a high on my list. But of course, yeah, it's awfully heavy. But yeah, that would be good. I'm trying to think, what else would do there? Maybe Bigfoot, like the 1970s Bigfoot with the big wheels.
Yeah. So what happens to these people's cars that tried to get through there, and now the mud up to the frame? Does that mean their cars are ruined?
They get out and they walk away. According to the videos, anyway, they get out and walk away, and they get mud up to their knees, and so now they're mud bogged themselves, and it's extremely difficult. So the first time you pull your leg up, your shoe's gone. So now you're barefoot, sloshing in mud, trying to get away from the car.
But I mean, okay, let's say when all this is over, and they go back and get the car, is the car recoverable, or is the car ruined?
You can't get a truck out there to get the car. It depends on how far you went. But you can't get a truck to go out there, because if the truck goes out there, the tow truck, it'll immediately sink into the mud. So I think probably what they do is they just abandon them. We'll deal with this next week. We'll let you know.
So people are driving out there in a $100,000 motorhome, for example, and if they got stuck, that's the end, huh?
Well, I mean, have you looked at the videos?
Not really. I mean, I saw some just of people walking, sloshing through the water. That's about it.
Let me set the stage for you. All right, it's 20 square miles of a mud bog. Okay, so if you went out there, this is the real trouble. The real trouble is not. It's like if you and I and Ed decided, hey, we're going to go to Burning Man in your motorhome, right? So here we go. We're having a great time, whatever. We get out there, we realize it's raining and it's muddy. So we're gonna go along. We're gonna stop. And if we get stuck, well, we're gonna stop because we're right there at the front of it, right? But if the three of us showed up in your motorhome 2 days earlier, well, we would be all the way out there, and then it would start raining. So now we're in your motorhome 20 miles into the desert, and we can't get back.
David, why did you take your motorhome to Burning Man? I thought about that, that would have been perfect. I mean, I just would have fit in so perfectly. What's wrong with you, David? I mean, come on, you know better.
It's hilarious. How you doing, man?
Doing fine. Good evening, everybody. What's the update on Rich?
He's still over there, but hopes to go home tomorrow.
Awesome. Carry on.
How was the race?
It was good. It was exciting, yeah. It was pretty good. I'll be right back.
Oh, man, I cooked my first brisket on the smoker. I don't know. I feel like a lot of work, Terry. I mean, it's 15, 16 hours of work to cook a brisket on a smoker. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Again, I cook pork shoulders on there all the time. I cook ribs. Man, all kinds of stuff I've put on that thing over the years, and it's been great. But the brisket's a lot of work. You really have to be committed.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I did the one, and it came out okay and all that, and yeah, I don't know. It's just way too much work.
Yeah, the flavor was really good. The very center of it, like the middle part, was really, really good. But then it was a little dry towards the opposite sides, and I thought, man, how in the hell could it possibly be dry? I mean, there's just because I think it's a cheap brisket that I bought. I bought it at Fry's. It was on sale. It was $30. So for a $30 brisket, it was amazing, but it's not, it's not like a prime brisket, I guess. But it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of work. You got to prepare it, put it on there. It's got to be on there like 14 hours. You got to check it, make sure the smoker's running the entire time. You can't sleep because, you're like, is the thing on fire? And then I woke up in the morning, got a cup of coffee, walked out there, and the smoker said it was 110 in there. I said, what the hell? Yep, it had gone cold on me. So I had to put the brisket into the oven in the house and figure out what the hell's wrong with the smoker, and it had a clog. So I got the smoker back up and running. I don't know. It's just, if you're trying to smoke something for 12, 14, 15 hours, it's just too much.
I agree. I totally agree. I just not into all that. That's just too much effort. Hold on, I got some noise in the other room. I'll see what the wife's up to. I'll be right back to you, 600 WB. AC Clark, K7EMF.
Hey, Gary. Dang, you're full scale over here, man. I mean, absolutely full scale.
Oh, wow. Well, a check is in the mail. Thanks for the flowers.
Yeah, how you doing, man? How's your weekend?
Well, it's pretty quiet around here, which I think is a good thing.
Well, I don't know if you're interested. I'll send you some photos, but the last 3 days, I started down the path of adding 20 meters to my 20V2 Collins broadcast transmitter. And I had previously gathered parts for the project, so I had everything sitting there, but I got it done. It was a lot of work. I've got a band switch that controls relays, 24 volt relays up in the tank, and it's a real I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, orchestrated event to go from 160 all the way to 20. But anyways, I had to replace the band switch because it was only a 4080 and a 160. So I had to change that out, rewire that. I had to redo the silk screen and the lettering for the faceplate, and then I had to run additional wire up to my control terminal. And then, of course, the hard part started where I had to get the tank to work on 20. But I don't know. I got it to work. It's about 75% efficiency. It'll do 1,006 watts carrier on 20 meters into the dummy load. So I would call that good. Seems to be running solid there. I had to also wind an 807 coil. These used to plug-in coils, so I had to wind a coil for that. I did that previously. Should have probably started with that, but it's been quite the process. But now the transmitter's band switch 20, 40, 80, and 160.
Well, that's neat, Clark. So did you have to neutralize it?
No, I don't have to neutralize it.